equipping adults to guide, protect, and empower the next generation in today's digital world. Welcome aboard.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.
Welcome to Safe Screen Guardians. Together, we're equipping adults to guide, protect, and empower the next generation in today's digital world. Welcome aboard.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.
Welcome to Safe Screen Guardians. Together, we're equipping adults to guide, protect, and empower the next generation in today's digital world. Welcome aboard.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.
Welcome to Safe Screen Guardians. Together, we're equipping adults to guide, protect, and empower the next generation in today's digital world. Welcome aboard.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.
Welcome to Safe Screen Guardians. Together, we're equipping adults to guide, protect, and empower the next generation in today's digital world. Welcome aboard.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.
Welcome to Safe Screen Guardians. Together, we're equipping adults to guide, protect, and empower the next generation in today's digital world. Welcome aboard.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.
That is far more complex than the one we knew. Get rich quick pressure, identity confusion, digital overload, ritual tendencies, broken values, and even drug abuse. Too many children are growing up without the right tools to survive the 21st century. We can't fix the future by shouting children of nowadays. The painful truth is, adults missed it along the way. Parents, guardians, systems, communities. But this is not a time to blame. It's a time to fix it together. You fix the future by training the people who train the children. I'm talking about parents, guardians, caregiver, teachers, community leaders, and even mentors. And that is why Train the Trainers Summit exists, an intervention whose time is now. We are raising children with values, emotional intelligence, purpose, and of course, resilience. This is real nation building. This is how we secure the next generation. Join the movement, support the cause. Train the Trainers Summit is an amazing initiative, and of course it has come to stay. But this is not a job of one person or an organization alone. It's a job for all of us. We are calling for support from everyone, government, individuals, everyone. Let us come together and build a better future. For support and donations, you can visit our website at www.tdicfoundation.org. Support us today and let's build a future together. Every child is a child.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.
If you look around the world today, you will discover that our children are growing in a world that is far more complex than the one we knew. Get rich quick pressure, identity confusion, digital overload, ritual tendencies, broken values, and even drug abuse. Too many children are growing up without the right tools to survive the 21st century. We can't fix the future by shouting children of nowadays. The painful truth is, adults missed it along the way. Parents, guardians, systems, communities. But this is not a time to blame. It's a time to fix it together. You fix the future by training the people who train the children. I'm talking about parents, guardians, caregiver, teachers, community leaders, and even mentors. And that is why Train the Trainers Summit exists. An intervention whose time is now. We are raising children with values, emotional intelligence, purpose, and of course, resilience. This is real nation building. This is how we secure the next generation. Join the movement, support the cause. Train the Trainers Summit is an amazing initiative, and of course, it has come to stay. But this is not a job of one person or an organization alone. It's a job for all of us. We are calling for support from everyone, government, individuals, everyone. Let us come together and build a better future. For support and donations, you can visit our website at www.tdicfoundation. Support us today and let's build a future together. Every child is your child.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating.
Concludes all the states in the West for season 2. 17 states, 18 locations. Done and shine the light all through. Wow. Shine the light, Nigeria. Shine the light, Anambra. Shine the light, Ebonyi State. Shine the light. Shine the light.
Shine the light.
Rivers State.
Shine the light, Abia State. Shine the light, Imo State. Shine the light.
Edo State.
Shine the light. Shine the light. Shine the light.
Shine the light in the state.
Shine the light, oh, shine the light. God bless you.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Are we here? Are we ready? Welcome to today's session. This is the third in the series. Studio, can we have the slide uploaded? Welcome. If you're here and you can hear me, just say I can hear you. Say I can hear you. Just type I can hear you. I'm here. I'm here. I can hear you. I'm here. Let's start. I'm here. I can hear you. I'm here. You can hear me. You're here. Good evening and happy Sunday. So we meet again. Today we'll be talking about social media safety for children and teenagers. What we are saying, the first The first week we said lock it down. The second time, the second week we said we looked into safety settings, family setting for the children and our teenagers. Today we are saying look beyond the phone. Look beyond the phone. Yeah. So we will be checking the settings and then auditing followers in today's session. Okay, so let me ask every parent listening to me right now one question. If I ask you to open your child's TikTok or even WhatsApp account right now and tell me the names of the 10 people who followed your child or who are their contacts, do you know all of them? Do you know all of them? Okay, so we'll run quickly. I want to tell the guardians that are here, if you're a teacher or you are a school owner or a parent, let me tell you, you can monetize this knowledge. Pay attention very critically. If you have areas you don't really understand, because this is an intervention, this is a knowledge every parent needs today, every guardian needs today, schools need today. You can monetize this knowledge by getting the thorough, down-to-earth knowledge of it, and then you can approach a school, their entire PTA, because I tell you, today, this week, I encountered a lot of children with gadgets, with tablets, with laptops, and I tell you, they have unbridled access. Tomorrow, we'll start asking, we'll start saying, how did I get it wrong? Yet, we're offering free trainings, and, some parents or guardians are not seeing the importance. I want to charge those of you that are here that have been consistent, please pay attention. You can monetize this knowledge. You can consult for it. You can take on a full school, a full institution, and that is what we are talking about. You will train others, and then they will pay you for it. So please pay attention. So let me ask you, if you have any child under your tutelage or within the environment where you work or where, or even friends, relations and all that, it's your duty. If you have gained this knowledge today, it's your duty to pass the knowledge or make it count by adding value to the young people around you. A lot of teenagers are on TikTok. A lot of them are on Instagram. A lot of them are on Snapchat. In fact, millions of them use WhatsApp. A lot of them are on Facebook, and we see a lot of them using unfiltered access on YouTube. What can you do? What can you do? We are introducing you to a lot of checks and balances which the parents need today. So now, I want to ask you a question. You check. If you're encountering a parent you want to guide on this, ask them to check their device. First and foremost, let them find out, is the setting age appropriate? Number one. Number two, all the followers on their platform, do they know them online, offline, or are they unknown to them, both online and offline? It's not by how many followers you have your children. Are they influencers? We know that visibility is the now currency, but at what age? Those followers, who are they? Can you tell me their names? Do you know them offline and online? Does your child as well know them? Or are they just strangers sitting inside the child's digital life? we don't want to talk about phone alone today. That's why we're saying it's not just about phone. Tonight, we'll be talking about looking beyond the phone, because sometimes the danger is not the device in your child's hand. The danger is the person on the other side of the screen. Do you understand? Okay, so we say, Mom, I've clocked 1,000 followers. It's not an achievement if you don't know how or who those 1,000 followers are. Do you understand? Except your child is influencing for Maltina and Nigerian breweries or Guinness. Even at that, you should be the manager. Do you understand? We are usually excited when our child says, oh, this is it. We say, wow, you're becoming popular. But today, I want you to change that question. Don't ask how many followers or how many followers does my child have. Ask, who are these people? Let that question begin to change in today's digital world. Who are these people following my child? Because a follower has access to their photos, have access to their content, have access to messaging them, have access to them in privacy, even when you're sleeping. That is how to guide. That is how to parent. Who are these people following my child? You need to look deeper than the phone. Look into their social gathering online. Say, I can hear you if you're following. They have access to your child's interest as well, because they are there. Some of them will not even comment. They may know what they're doing. They're just there monitoring. They have access to what your child is saying. They have access to their next birthday, where they are going next, even the vacations they are following you through. It's important for you to know who those people are. They are right in the life of your child. So, are you saying that it's not important for you to have knowledge of who these people are that have direct access to your child's, everyday interactions and, I will call it life? So there are 3 categories we'll be looking at. The online, the offline, and then the unknown. The unknown. Studio, can you move the slide? So we've talked about some of these, good. So go to the second slide. I want to talk briefly on it. The one you just passed. Yeah. Just like I said, just, perform one safety test on these 6 platforms. Check the account. Is it in private mode? Check the audience, who is following them. Check the contacts, who can chat them. Is it in private mode? Even some children, do you know some children actually put the account on private mode because they have their circle. They don't want the parents to even come in or be their friend. I had a friend of mine that was telling me the other day that the child had to remove her from Facebook and say, Mom, no, Facebook is my friends. You're not my friend. You're not supposed to be my friend. Not supposed to be there. That space is for my friends. Check what kind of content are they putting out there. Sometimes it's also important for you to moderate the location because it gives other people unbridled access to know where they are at every point in time. You also have to control the timing. You don't want people to be barging into your children at midnight at all times unholy hours of the day. Why? Because they have unbridled access. You should be able to control it, lock it, give them time, 1 hour, 2 hours, as the time as the case may be. Studio, keep moving. So I want to dwell on those 3 categories. For the offline, first category, people your child actually knows offline: family, classmates, teachers, where appropriate, friends. These people are not automatically safe, but at least they are the real world. Yeah, the connections that you can verify. Do you understand? So, Tom, are you with me? At some point, I'll get Tom. Yeah, at some point, I'll get Tom to take it off from there. So for us now, we have we have a lot of parents asking, at what age should we allow our children to own on filtered access to all of these social media? Some are saying 14, some are saying 18, some are saying 19, some are saying all sorts. But I tell you, countries have taken charge. Countries are locking it down from age 15 and above. Some are saying 16 and above. Here you are, your own children are still 12, 13, 11, 14, and all. They have unfiltered access in all of the platforms. We need to get digital. We need to get the knowledge. We need to stand up now for the safety of our next generation. So, for you, as the countries are making their own legislations across the nations of the earth, what legislation, what law are you putting in your own family? Those known online, like I said, I was going to dwell on 3 categories: offline, those known online, and then the unknown. Those known online, someone your child met through gaming. Those are those known online. Those your child met through gaming, content creation, an interest group, another online community. You may not know them personally. Your child may know them online. Do you know them as well? That means we don't automatically label them. We're not automatically labeling them dangerous, but we don't automatically label them safe either. That's an important distinction. So what effort will you make to make sure that they are safe for your child in that space? Or rather, their presence in your child's life is okay. Then the unknown. Those are the people we need to pay attention to. The unknown. Your child does not know them, but they are there, seated right there, monitoring, commenting, following. Sometimes we're not saying even the unknown. Sometimes even the dangers come from the ones that are known. That is why we need to pay very close attention. Okay? So for the unknown, this is where we need to build high level of curiosity. You would want to find out who they are because you don't know why they are following your child. It's not about 20,000 followers, except you don't give a damn, except you don't care. But we need to care. So I want you to, if you're a parent here, I want you to chat, say, I check or I don't check. Do you currently know who follows your child online on TikTok or any other, any of these app platforms? Do you know them? Or is your child influencing for the world? Type yes, I check, or no, I have not checked. I've never checked. We're not judging anyone. We're just drawing awareness. And we're telling you it's important you wake up now and be part of their online world. If you've never checked, it's not a problem. Right now, you need to start checking. So that's exactly why Safe Screen Guardians exist. We're not here to shame parents, guardians, or those guiding the next generation or our future leaders. We're here to give parents the tools they didn't know they needed in this 21st century. That keeps them engaged in the everyday world of our next generation, of our children. The big realization is parents, guardians always say, I check the phone. It's not enough. This is why you can make mistake without knowing. You think that you have checked all the lines, you've not. So what will make today's session memorable is that we will go beyond just checking phone. Yeah, I check my child's phone. Oh, wonderful. But what exactly are you checking? Are you checking the phone, or are you checking the child's digital environment? Are you checking the WhatsApp? Are you checking the TikTok? Are you checking the Instagram? What exactly are you checking? Yeah? Are you checking who follows them? Are you checking who comments repeatedly? Are you checking who sends them messages? Are you checking the ones that have their contacts that they have what was that thing they call it now? Disappearing messages with. Pay attention. That contact that anytime you go there, there is no chat history. Be very wary of it. Then who is your child suddenly talking about all the time? Who is interacting with your child when you're not there? Very important. So we are saying the phone is not the only door. We need to know who is standing outside the door. The phone is not the only door. We need to know who is standing outside the door. That's a strong line for this training. We need to know who is standing outside of the door. The phone is not enough. Beyond the phone. Look beyond the phone. So today we'll not overwhelm you with the settings, technical settings. We would move you to other knowledge that will jolt you back to reality, that it's not just about, oh, I've set it up, I check the phones. No. Because even some of us, we have very good children. They don't mean any harm. They have good judgment. And we should not allow their good judgments carry the entire weight of digital safety. It's deep. So today we want you to know that all these platforms have their safety features. You need to check them out. You need to find them out. You need to, deploy them to help your child, support your child in the online environment. Okay? So you need to ask, you need to check, is my child's account private? You need to, as a parent, don't assume your child's account is private because you want to, you want it to be private. No. They hide under a whole lot of things in that private mode. In fact, it's a signal. Check your teens. Tell your elder ones. Tell your aunties, let them check their children, because if you finish training and modeling your own, there are other children that are not trained, that have unfiltered access to, will come and corrupt your own. So it has a spiral effect. Countries, leaders of countries are taking charge, trying to support, the next generation. We may not have had it at the moment, but you as a parent, do your own law in your own home. Try the little one you can. Let's spread the message. So I'll be handing over to Tom for today so that we can get through some of these technicalities for us to really dictate what we can do, who can message our child, how we can deploy some of these settings around these platforms to make sure we support our children in the online space. So we also have the other category that had to do with search. Search. You know, um, there are so many, for growing children, it's normal to be inquisitive. They have a lot of questions unanswered. There are a lot of questions they may not even feel comfortable coming to the parents to come and ask, the mom or dad to come and ask. They rely on the internet. Outside just, supporting them with the gadgets and all, let them know that they can ask any question, no matter how stupid it looks, that you will be able to. And please, don't be like, hey, who told you that? How did you know? No, no, no. Please. Otherwise, if you don't answer them, they will go and Google it. ChatGPT, Google, and all of those AI will give them the answer. And it may not be the answer you would want. So it's important you restrict search mode to the extent that you allow them search what you want them to search, so that the others, you'll be the one helping them to provide the answer. So Tom, over to you. Welcome once again.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. And you've actually struck some points, and I think I'm going to just take it on from there. For me, even though I'm a parent, I may not be soft the way you spoke. You're a mother, and you know how to. For me, I'm more of the technical person, so I'll just go straight into the technicalities. Okay, so we're ready. And thank you, ma'am. So let's start from TikTok. Let's start from TikTok. TikTok is a Gen Z app. So if you're born during that, if you're born during in the 90s, the 80s, the 90s, of course, your child will tell you that mommy, daddy, you're not in the vogue of TikTok. They call TikTok the they call TikTok the Gen Z app. So because that's where the trend starts. Trends of put your hands on my shoulder. Have you heard that song? I hope. Please, I will need two persons to just write. If your children are also part of this, let me know. Because there are some things I want to say that they don't need to go and look for it. Do we have children watching this program? Because I'm exposing some things. Please comment. I want to read your comment. Do we have anyone? Anyone? Now, that song I just sang was a trend during the COVID period. Okay. And what was it? It was sexualizing a silhouette. Okay. And people actually used it, and people were part of the trend. I mean, so there was one that you have to look at the ceiling and you're naked and all of that, you run. So it started from TikTok. It all starts from TikTok. So that's why it's called the Gen Z app. And there are many old parents, parents that are not Gen Z parents, that really don't know how to use TikTok. In fact, for me, I started using TikTok 2 years ago, and I decided to know more about it. Not that I'm actually more into it, but I just scroll because definitely I have a daughter that will soon grow up to start using TikTok. Now, let's go. Now, the stronger approach for TikTok is you need to connect parental supervision properly. Not just, hey, bring your phone, let me check your TikTok, let me check the followers and all of that. No. I was in a training last week, and it was all about technology. I told the teachers and everyone there, I said, technology is not a problem. In fact, technology is not our enemy. When you all come, or some coaches will come and say, technology this, technology that, but it's the same technology you are using to talk to us. It's the same technology you are using to transfer money. It's the same technology you are using to make money. So why would you want to give us something away from education? I am an educator. And thank God for the Duke's Found Infant Child Foundation. Thank God for them coming up to create awareness. This is education. This is Safe Screen 101. This is Get Digital 101. And you're getting it for free. So technology is not the problem. The problem is human knowledge stagnation. How do I use technology for the betterment of myself, my child, and the people around us? Because every app, every popular app that we have now, they always have the parental guidance and they always have the child safety. But many people don't know. So let's look at TikTok. So TikTok has a feature designed for this called parental supervision. And once the accounts are connected, you can view certain controls without depending entirely on whether the child hands you the phone or not. Do you understand? Some of you are hearing for the first time. Now, think of this as moving from inspection to just supervision. 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the family link, we talked about Google, we talked about Microsoft, right? Now, you can still inspect your teenagers' growing independence while making sure importance protection remain in place. And please, do not secretly set this up if you can avoid it. Don't set it up secretly. Some of us, when we were growing up, our parents used to hide to do things and all of that. Don't hide it with this one, no. They would. Do you know what they call gate? Do you know what they call crash gate? They will crash gate it. Yes, and you will be shocked how, because they talk in school. They talk in school. I am a teacher. I teach in school. I hear what they say. They will talk. Sit with your teenager. I'm not talking about toddlers now. Your teenagers. Sit with them. Explain what you are doing. You can actually say something like this: as you get older, you deserve more independence. But independence will come with what I call safeguard. Okay. You see, that conversation matters because we are not trying to raise children who behave safely only because somebody is watching them. We are trying to raise children who understand why the boundaries exist. So I have my phone here. So get your own phone. What you need to do is let's go to TikTok if you have it on your phone. Okay. So we'll go to TikTok. I'm gonna go to my own TikTok. Okay. So this is how TikTok looks like. Okay, and so this when you go to TikTok, now you open the settings, you go to profile. Okay. And when you go to profile, you're gonna see three by the right side, the edge, okay, the right side. Then you're gonna see settings and privacy. Okay. Now, this is me. I'm inside security and privacy. Are you there? Okay, please. If you are following up, just comment. You can hear me, please. Can someone also let me know if you can hear me very well? Can you hear me? Is my voice okay? Is it breaking? Let's do this quickly, please, so I continue. Is it breaking? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so okay, please increase your volume. If you can't hear me, increase the volume. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you. Good. Now, this is security and privacy. I have opened mine. I've opened mine. There's what we call family pairing. Family pairing. So can you see I said technology is not the problem. You are the one not being educated, don't know how to use it. That is why you see it as a problem. Do you understand? So when you come to family pairing, you can see it says here family pairing allows you to customize your team's TikTok settings for a safer experience. So TikTok is not a problem. It's not a problem. There are appropriate child content, children's content. Because when you are able to do this, anything above their age would not come here. It won't. You can review your team screen dashboard and set a daily limit. You can limit who can send messages to your family member. You can manage your team's privacy and safety settings. You can even choose whether your team can have a private or public account when you do this. So do that now. And always come maybe the next Sunday when you're coming. Invite somebody else. When you invite somebody else, tell us we have done, because what we're going to do next Sunday, we're going to do what we call, as a teacher, we usually cover prior knowledge. Maybe the next 20, 15 minutes, okay, we'll have prior knowledge. Prior knowledge is you will tell us what you have done from the discussion of the previous, previous week. Are we good? Good. Now that is about TikTok. See? So once you have supervision connected, that's not all. That's not all. You most time parents will focus on screen time, and screen time is very important, okay, but sometimes the bigger danger is not how long the child is using TikTok. It is who has access to the child during this time they were on screen time. Imagine your daughter has about, or your son has about 15, let's say 2,000 followers, okay. See, that number sounds impressive, but who are these 2,000 followers or people? That's the real question. So occasionally sit together and inspect followers. Do not interrogate every name. You can start with, who is this? How do you know this person? Have you ever spoken privately? Do they know your school? Now, these questions are not interrogation. You are looking for what I call patterns. Unknown adults, accounts with maybe very little information, people requesting private conversations, people repeatedly asking your child to move to another platform. You see, also inspect comments and direct messaging permissions. A private account with hundreds of unknown approved followers may not be very private in practice. May not be very private. So when you want to do that, still go to private setting, the one I just showed you. Okay. Now you're gonna see where comments, messages, and content controlled are managed. Now, okay. Please don't always ask how many followers. Just ask, who are these people, so that you both have a conversation. I'm done with TikTok. Let's go to the next Gen Z app, which is called the Insta. Okay, the Instagram. So write in the comment section, do you understand TikTok now, right? Now write it's a feedback thing. So drop in the comment section, and we're done with TikTok. Let's move on to Instagram. See, Instagram has become more serious about teenage accounts. But I want you to understand something. A platform can only protect the age it knows. So if your child entered the wrong date of birth, some of this protection may not apply in the way you expect. So when you get your child's account, you need to go back to the things to know if that child actually puts the right age. The right age. If the child puts something above 18 or above 20, I'm sorry, there's no protection. There is no protection. So if I were you and you're getting this knowledge, I may decide to delete the account to start all over. It's not a bad thing. Nothing will happen. Have a conversation. So when you open Instagram, do not assume everything is already saved because the account says private. Private is only one layer. You need to inspect messaging. You need to inspect who can tag the child. You need to inspect sensitive content controls. You need to understand who can mention the child. Please, are you writing this down? See, You can check my Facebook. I have about 120,000 followers. I've not added Instagram, I've not added TikTok, I've not added YouTube. So I understand how this plays. So I am not teaching you something I read from a book. I'm teaching you something I do almost every day. So it's not about followers now. They are layers. They are layers. I've said inspect messaging, inspect who can tag. Because sometimes when someone tags somebody, it comes to your public timeline, but you don't know because you've not done the settings. Inspect sensitive content control. In the back end settings, there's all called sensitive content control. You can off it, you can turn it on, you can turn it off. Turning it on or turning it off, it means that when there are sensitive content control, it's not going to pop up on your screen. No, it's not going to pop up. Have you noticed that when there are gruesome images, because the sensitive content control is on, you're going to see that it's blocked, and you will get a notification saying this content is something gruesome, or it's what's the other word they use? I will get the word. I will get the right word. Now they will not tell you, do you want to open or learn more? So when you click on learn more, you are now open. Now, sometimes when the content contains or the video contains blood, blood or violence, they won't let you see it. That's what we call sensitive content control. You get it? So you need to set that on. You need to understand who can mention your child publicly. Not everybody mentions me and I get to see it, or anybody get to see it. I would have to accept that, yes, I am being mentioned. And if your child goes live, you need to know what that exposes. You see, some of us here private account and we relax completely. Private in the social media is not private, so. And if your child accepts 300 strangers, the account is technically private, while practically exposed. So I want you to think beyond labels, like what Ms. Augusta said. Think beyond labels. Do not ask, is this account private? Ask, what can this particular account currently do? That is a much stronger question. So let's go to Instagram. Don't worry, I have all of them. I'm also a Gen Z. I have them. Okay, so follow me. I am on my Instagram, Insta. So this Instagram. Then we move on to. I go to my settings, and how do I go to my settings? I'm using a tab, some tab. So you're gonna go to your settings, looking at, you see where you have your face on Instagram, where your face is shown. Click on it. So when you click on it, you would see the three dots the same way we have it on what do we call it? TikTok. You see the three dots, click on it above. When you click on it above, then everything comes to bear. Then I would look for privacy. I will look for privacy. So let's see. I've seen it, privacy center. I am picking my words very carefully. I'm also slowing down my speech. Normally I would have been, rolling, but because I noticed in every training we have the experts, we have those, and we have those that don't even understand at all. So that's why I'm taking it step by step. So now we've opened our settings. You now go to privacy. It's called, on my own, it's called privacy center. So I'll click on privacy center. So when I click on privacy center, okay, you can see theme privacy. You can see theme privacy. Now follow the prompt. And review your settings. You can review your settings. You understand? So that is how you can actually go. We also have family center too on that settings. We have supervision for teen accounts. So I'm going to click, I don't have a teenager here. I'm going to click on the supervision for teen account. So let me read what it says, because like I said, technology is not our problem. Our problem is education and awareness. See what it says here. Invite your teen to partner with you on supervising their teen account. Teens aged 13 to 17 automatically get teen account with built-in protection. Teens under 16 need approval from a supervising parent or guardian for changes. On Instagram, teens see content that generally align with content ratings for ages 13 plus by default. So with supervision, you can add extra protection for your teen with the limited content setting. Now, this feature is, they said this feature is not yet available in all areas. So you can also set time limits. You can see their insight, you can see their activity, and you can help manage their safety settings. So if you haven't or you hadn't done a partnership, Instagram partnership with your teenagers, you're in a long thing. Are you following? Good. I'm taking my time on. Now, inspect the people when you do that. So we've done this part, right? Inspect the people, not only the settings. Like we have it there. You see, an application can have excellent safety settings like Instagram, and the children that your child can still be connected to unsafe people. So I want you to occasionally audit this. I'm going to list them. Number one, audit followers. Followers that following your child. Audit following. There are two things: followers and following. Audit messages. Audit mentions. Okay. Audit tags. Audit people interacting during live sessions like we're having. Now, do not turn this into a police interrogation, because if you want a teenager to tell you what is happening online, your reaction matters. They will read you. They will read you. And they want to tell you something that will favor your hearing, because they also want to protect themselves from, maybe some of you, your hands are very fast. They also want to protect themselves from that. You understand? Okay, so you can ask, I notice this account has been messaging you. Who is this person? Just me. That we're talking to maybe a mother to a girl. Just me. I want to hear the gist. Yes, I've actually read it, but just me. You know, let it be that part where your daughter or your son get to gist. I'm not saying tell me, gist. You are gisting. Do you understand? Now, it is different from you coming up with that 70s, 80s, 90s FBI approach. Who is this nonsense person that is messaging you? I am talking to you. From gist, you get to hear the real gist. Do you understand? Okay, so your reaction matters. Then you're trying to understand the relationship. Did they meet at school? Is it gaming? Is it a fan page? Is it another social network? Is it was a person introduced by somebody else? Also ask the teenager occasionally, has anybody online made you uncomfortable recently? Ask that question. You see, this question I just gave out can reveal something that the settings cannot. The settings cannot. We are done with Instagram. Now let's move on to Snapchat. You see this one? You don't know what's up. This Snapchat is like teenagers will say is a baller. Is a baller. Follow me, oh. If you've not followed Duke Infant Child Instagram, better go and follow, because by the week they're going to be dropping some snippet from what you just said. And you want to come to me, you want to come to anybody, they may not answer you. Now is the good time. So follow our Instagram page, follow our Facebook page, follow the YouTube, And of course, join the community. There may be other things you don't know we are putting in. So follow. And on Sunday, we're going to be having this for a while. We're going to be having this for a while every Sunday by 5 p.m. And I appeal to you, please. Share this. Even this live, please share it. Share it. Share it. Share it. It's free, oh. It's free. It's free. Uh-huh. So it's free. I know I'm hitting is free. It is. Okay. Now, Snapchat. Snapchat created a very powerful, what I call psychological illusion. It's different from these other apps. It's different. Please comment if you know you don't know Snapchat. Write it. Don't. We are not judging. Just write. If it's the first time you're in Snapchat, you can just comment. Drop it in the comment section. You see, this message disappear. Therefore, the message feels temporary. Temporary, right? You see, teenagers need to understand that temporary on the screen does not mean temporary in real life. Someone can screenshot it. Someone can record the screen. Someone can use another phone to photograph it. In fact, you see, we also, I think I'll come to WhatsApp. So we also have this disappearing in some other applications. And now the layers they've added to disappearing is you can't screenshot, you can't screen record from your phone. That's no problem. Then I can use another phone to record the distance. So you can see someone can copy the information. And once something leaves your child's device, the child may no longer control it. Now, this becomes, I'm not talking about just children alone, even you as an adult too. This also applies to you. So it's not about children. Many blackmailers, many people that are blackmailing other people because of maybe they expose. Okay, when I get to a story to WhatsApp, please just write in the comment section that tell me a story about WhatsApp. I'm going to share the story. Let me know. Let me not go beyond. I'm going to tell you something that happened. See, the lesson I would teach the child or a child is very simple. Do not send something merely because you believe it will disappear. Do not. Ask yourself, if this appeared tomorrow in my school WhatsApp group, would I still be comfortable with it? That question, this question I just asked can actually prevent many problems. You can also explain that blackmail often begins with content you originally believed it was private. Don't worry, send it, send it. You can trust me, you know. You cannot screenshot wisdom into a child after something has already gone wrong. You teach it before the moment arrives. So what you need to do is there's the family center in Snapchat. I will say it again for those that are just joining us. Technology is not the problem. Technology is not the problem. See, thank you. Some person has said I don't understand Snapchat at all. I don't know Snapchat. Download it, oh. Download it. If not, this teaching will be in vain. Every app I am mentioning, please download. Be part of it. Don't say it's not for you. I am old. No. Okay. So this is why I want you to understand that the difference between supervision and surveillance, these are two different words. You do not necessarily need to read every message your teenager sends, except you don't have work. But you should have enough visibility to know whether concerning relationships are forming. You see, Snapchat parental tools can give you information about people your child has been interacting with without simply handing you the entire content of every conversation. That's how it works. Now, it's useful because your child still needs age appropriate privacy. That's how the Americans they still give privacy to children, teenagers. Okay. But you see, privacy should not mean complete invisibility. Think about the physical world, the real life. Your teenager can have a private conversation with a friend. That is normal. But you would still want to know if a 30-year-old stranger was meeting them every afternoon after school. So digital parenting should work similarly. You do not need every sentence. You only need awareness of the environment. So write this down. Now, when you go to Snapchat, you go to Open Family Center. Open, write down. First step, Open Family Center. Good. Number 2, show recent contact. Number 3, show friend information. Number 4, show privacy controls. You see, these different guidance we're doing every Sunday is not just to come and do motivational. We are teaching you practical. You write it down. You write it down. Practical. It's not something you can go to YouTube. You have to watch hundreds of videos. This one is straight to the point. And that's what TDIC, Duke's Infant Child, is giving to you. So, show location options too. Explain what you see. Explain to your child what you're doing. Like I said, for TikTok and Instagram. Explain. The goal here is not to read everything. The goal is to notice risk very early. Okay. Then still on Snapchat, you can check the map on Snapchat. Okay. We're going to be moving from digital information now into physical safety because Madam actually talked about offline too, right? Location sharing deserves serious attention. In fact, I think I didn't say this last week. When you open the down panel of your phone, every smartphone has it. Always make sure your location is on. Some people, yeah, on it. It will help you. When you lose your phone, if your location wasn't on, you can't track it. So don't think because you're running away from hiding from something on it. Bring your locations on and make sure that your children's location too, their smartphone, if they have it, always on. Okay? Because the teenager may think these are just my Snapchat friends, but a location pin can reveal much more than where I am. So if somebody watches patterns, you may actually learn, patterns. They may learn where their child lives, where they attend school, where they spend weekends, and what time they normally leave certain places. See, that is why location is not simply another social feature, it's also a physical information. So when you inspect Snapchat, do not only ask whether your location is switched on, you also need to ask on Snapchat who can see it. Who can see it on or in Snapchat? Look through those people. Do you actually know them? Does the teenager know them offline? Are there people your child barely remembers adding? You can also check whether location access is allowed only while using the app or continues in the background. Hidden settings. The settings. Now, when I say your location should be on the phone itself, but on Snapchat, you can actually turn it off or you can switch it on. Okay. So what you need to do when you go to open, you're going to go to Snap Map on Snapchat. Open your Snap Map. It's going to show your location sharing options. Your location sharing options. Then there's what we call ghost mode. You know what ghost means, right? I don't need to go into details. There's what we call show ghost mode. Show selected friends. It's also there. Then show the phone's own location permission settings. Okay, because me, I would actually ask everyone, like I'll actually ask my child, okay, do you know these things? Do you know? Have you seen it? And all of that. Transparency is key here. Snapchat is allowed to do, you're going to check what Snapchat is allowed to do with locations. Now, that is it. So moving on, very quick, we spend 1 hour here. Let's go to WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a social media too. It is a social media. You see, many of us we inspect Instagram, we inspect stuff, inspect Snapchat, then we leave WhatsApp completely alone. But see, let me tell you what happens on WhatsApp. Group, private messages, video calls, voice notes, files, links, location sharing. You can communicate with your child in extremely private spaces. Because WhatsApp actually feels familiar. Yes, you sometimes lower your guard, but the fact that the conversation is encrypted does not automatically mean the person on the other side is safe. Encryption protects the message while it travels. While it travels, that's what encryption means. So when you see that message, it said all messages on WhatsApp are encrypted. Brrr, we do not have access. It's a lie, you. Even let me tell you the truth. Meta has access to all information. And yes, they do. They have access to all your stuff. Let me hold it just so they don't block me. Encryption protects the message while it travels. It does not verify the character of the person receiving it. So you need to include WhatsApp in your family safety conversation. You need to ask about groups. You need to ask about unfamiliar contacts. You need to ask whether people have ever added, your child to groups without permission. Now, you also need to ask whether anybody has sent disturbing materials. So for younger children, there should be much tighter supervision. Okay, for teenagers, your approach can actually gradually move towards responsibility, but that doesn't mean complete absence. No, the platform, which is WhatsApp, actually feels private. That's exactly why we should understand what happens inside it. Are you learning something? If you're learning something, please drop it in the conversation that you're learning. I want to read from you. I want to read from you that we are making sense here. Come on. It's a discussion, Tell me you're learning something. Tell me you're learning something. Now let's run up the privacy checkup on WhatsApp. There are four things I want you to think about. First, visibility. Visibility asks who can see the child's profile picture, who sees when the child was online, who sees their status. Number two, contact. Who can add them to groups? What happens when unknown numbers call? Then number three, connected devices. This one is frequently ignored. Your child's WhatsApp may be connected to another computer, tablet, or browser. You may not know. Even your own WhatsApp can be read, but you don't know. You don't know. That's what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to be showing you something. So you need to check the list of linked devices. So if you see something you do not recognize, log it out instantly. Then the fourth one is the account security. You need to turn on account settings, a two-step verification. You need that's another layer if someone actually attempts to register that account elsewhere. So let's see how we can do that together. Let's see how we can do that together. Yes, I thought I was going to tell you a story. Now, I had a friend who then I think we went for a training and I was talking with my wife on the phone, and all of a sudden I saw a status of a friend, a female friend, mature, and I knew from the onset that that was a mistake. It shows the top part. It's like when someone snaps from the top like this, the face really didn't show, but posted on the status, and immediately I just said, "This is what is happening." My wife was like, "Call her immediately." He had already slept. That was around 10 p.m. in the night. I called her, she wasn't picking. I called and called. Now, this is a matured woman in her 40s. In her 40s. And I know she doesn't understand technology very well. So I called. And she was like, Sam, what is it? I remember, I said, please calm down. Go to your WhatsApp status now. Don't wait. Now. She said, what is it? I said, now. Immediately she went there, we were on call. She scream, Jesus, what happens? How? That sleep left her. That sleep left her. Please, how can I? You see, that photo stayed for just 35 minutes because she was trying to, I was teaching her where to delete, how to delete, and all of that. And only for her to come in the next day that almost people from our church called her to say, what did you post on your? Do you understand? So I've seen status where by mistake people post transfer receipt. You can see that it's by mistake. So now when you go to your WhatsApp, you go to your settings, you click the three dots, okay? The three dots are the, some, I think there are some interfaces, okay? Now go to settings. I'm not saying WhatsApp business, WhatsApp. We're not teaching business here. If you want to teach business, meet Mrs. Augusta. She will teach you business very well. So this one is normal WhatsApp. There's WhatsApp and there's WhatsApp business. Okay. When you go there, first, let's check account. Okay. Let's check account. Now, WhatsApp, there can be 3 accounts on the same device. Now, WhatsApp has enabled that. Check if there's another WhatsApp account on that phone. Number 2, you need to add there's login and security. Are you following me? Okay. Are you following? So there's login and security. There is email address. There is 2-step verification. So put them on. Put them on. I'm leaving the account. I'm going to privacy. This is where I mentioned about last seen online. For me, I used to put nobody. Okay, in your child's account, you put nobody. Then profile picture. When you click on profile picture, you will see options saying, is it everybody that sees the profile picture of the WhatsApp? Is it just the contact on the phone? Now, when we say the contact on the phone, that means that this person also has my contact on his or her phone. Okay? And I've also saved the contact on my phone. Because if I save the contact on my phone and this person hasn't saved the contact on my phone, the person is not still going to see my, my display profile. Okay, that means for you to have my contact and for me to have your contact, we know each other. But sometimes it's not always like that too. Then we have my contact except the people you want to block. That is the other part. You just click on it. You now choose the people you need or you want them to see your profile. Or you can click on nobody. Nobody. Then we're leaving profile picture. We go to about. It's the same thing. We go to links. Who should send you links? Is it your contact? Is it everybody? Now for children, their phone, smartphone, I'll click on nobody. Okay? You shouldn't send them links. Good. Then we have status. Who can see my status? While we're doing our setup, we talked about status. Let me bring you here. There are some of you, you've stopped seeing statuses of your children. And you feel they are not uploading or they are not adding photos to their status. Should I tell you the truth? You have been blocked. You have been blocked. So pick their smartphone and check if you have been blocked from checking their status. Like what Ms. Augusta has really said, earlier on, when she gave that example, you have been blocked too. So always go and check. I think we are done with WhatsApp. So that is the other one. Okay, the other one is yes, you can set parental controls now on WhatsApp. So you need to WhatsApp has it here for me. I've opened it. It says go to your child phone to set up parental controls. Choose the right settings for your child by linking to their account. What you need to do, you open parental control on your child's phone and you will follow the instruction to link your own account to their account. So can you see that every app has that parental control? Every app has it. So lastly, on WhatsApp, Do we have okay, WhatsApp? No last, no last. Then okay, now for links, you go all out, you go out, you come to the three dots again. You come to the three dots. You will see linked devices. Click on the linked devices because some persons might be reading your chat. You don't know. You don't know. When you click on the linked devices, you're going to see if somebody is reading or it's not hacked. So there's difference between hack and this one. Someone is reading your. You will see the device, either it's a phone or a laptop. And most times, it's mostly a laptop. Most times, it's mostly a laptop. You would not know. And I hope I'm not saying this now and somebody, please, educational purpose. Okay, man. You want to say something?
No, no, no. No, that's fine.
Okay. So the next one
Yeah.
for the WhatsApp is auditing the group. Auditing the group. See, the groups are one of the private places, are one of the places where children can suddenly be exposed to things. Do you know that as an educator, there were some schools I managed, and one of the schools like that, a child opened another group account. Guess what they were discussing there? They were gossiping the school, the teachers, and everything. There's a classroom group, open another group. The day we got to know about it, parents were actually blaming the school, but it wasn't really the school's fault. It wasn't the, it was the child that now told the parents. One of the children there that they've been having this conversation, so was close to the mom. And said, "Look at what they are discussing in my WhatsApp group." But it was different from the main classroom WhatsApp group, and it was one particular child. One particular child. Yeah, we had to call the parent, and we showed the child. He actually confessed. He opened the group that they were not allowed to discuss, in the main group, so they had to open this one. So check, open unfamiliar group. Look at the participants. Ask what the group is for. How did they join? Who is the administrator? Do adults do they participate? Are links constantly being shared? You see that. See, and you also need to ask who is allowed to add your child to the group. It's in the settings too. That alone can actually reduce random invitations. You can teach your child a simple rule. This is the rule. You do not have to remain in a group simply because somebody added you. So when you just see that you have been added, you can unadd, if there's a word like that, you can unadd yourself. That means exit and delete the group. Leaving is a safety skill. Blocking is a safety skill. Reporting is a safety skill. Digital confidence includes knowing when to exit. Okay? You need to open WhatsApp group privacy. It's part of what I showed you. You need to look at group invitation permissions, how they are managed. Then you need to know how to exit. You're gonna see it there. You would see it there. Am I making sense? Are you learning something? So let's move on to the next one, which is Facebook and Messenger. Okay? You see, Facebook sometimes gets ignored because many of us think teenagers have moved completely away from it. But you see, children and teenagers can still encounter Facebook through group, marketplace, style interactions, reels, messengers, school communities, gaming communities, and links shared, even by family members. Somebody wants to gossip, watch this, to drop it in family group, and you're dropping that in the family group, forgetting that a teenager is there. So do not treat Facebook as an adult-only space, please. If your teenager has a Meta account connected across Instagram, Facebook, and Messenger, you need to inspect the ecosystem. You need to inspect who sent friend requests, who can message them, what pages are they following, what kind of reels are being recommended. You see that reels is very important. Okay, recommendation system matters because your child does not have to search for something before it appears. I said this last week when we're talking about YouTube, right? So, and so when your child says, "Ah, Mommy, I did not search for this thing," no, they may actually be telling the truth. So the better question becomes, why has the algorithm learned to recommend it? That's another question on its own. Let me teach you how to do that. For those of you that you are seeing some indecent videos popping up on your timeline, you're like, why is this coming? Most times it's not because you wanted it, it's because maybe by mistake you click on one, and that's what the algorithm does. When the algorithm watches when you click and you now stay for more than 5 seconds, the algorithm will say, okay, this is what you like. This is what you like. Now, there's Meta Family Center. Okay. You can see it on WhatsApp. You can see it on Messenger. You can see it on Facebook. Okay. So open the Meta Family Center. It's not different from everything I've said so far. All of them are all having the same settings. So it's not different. So open there and do the needful. Now, the same way we did for Snapchat, the same way we did for TikTok, the same way we did for Instagram, do the needful. YouTube. And YouTube is one of the easiest platforms for us to misunderstand because it looks the same on every screen. But you see a 6-year-old and a 16-year-old should not necessarily be using YouTube in exactly the same way. You see, younger children actually may benefit from a more contained experience, but you see older children, they may require supervised access to a broader library. Now, your teenager may actually use the regular platform, but with additional supervision and family conversations. So the mistake here is giving a 7-year-old unrestricted normal YouTube because the child knows how to search. Technical ability is not emotional maturity, not at all. A child knowing how to operate an application does not mean the child is ready for everything the application can provide. So choose your experience based on maturity, age, and family rules. I'm going to say that again. Choose the experience based on maturity, age, and family rules. So, and reassess. Something appropriate at 9 may be too restrictive at 14. The goal here is not to have permanent control, like I keep on saying. The goal here is gradual responsibility. We have YouTube Kids. Even with YouTube Kids, you still need to see what they are watching because I've noticed even when my data opens, we have witches. There's a witches. We have witches content. We have gay content. Still children's content in cartoon form. In cartoon form. We have YouTube Family Center. We also have it. Remember, I said all these apps have Family Center. They have. They have. So the same settings we do for TikTok, for Snapchat, for Facebook, do the same thing. Open the Family Center. Look at the activity overview. Look at the channel information we are available. Look at the digital wellness, well-being control. So if the child spends hour moving from one short video to another, that is different. That's a different behavioral pattern from intentionally watching a 20-minute educational video because the child is going. And reels are very short, 1 minute, 2 minutes, some 30 seconds. So just watch. What's the pattern? What's the behavioral pattern? Quickly, now I want to give you a conversation too. Okay. So if you discover an unfamiliar person communicating repeatedly with your child, do not begin with who is this nonsense person and why are you talking to them? Remember, I said children, they read reaction. They read reaction. So That can actually make your child defensive. Instead, look at the questions you need to ask. Have you ever met physically? Do they know what school you attend? Have they asked you for pictures? Have they ever told you not to tell me something? Have they sent you gifts or offered money? Have they asked you to move from this platform to another one? One strange answer does not automatically prove something dangerous is actually happening. Calm down. Calm down. What we are looking for patterns. We are looking for secrecy. We are looking for pressure. We are looking for isolation. Request for images. Give it expectations. You see, attempt to separate the child from a trusted adult. Those are the behaviors you are examining. And this is important. Your child must know if something uncomfortable happens online, they can tell you without their entire digital life immediately being destroyed. Immediately, otherwise, they may hide problems until they become much worse. And when have you heard this rule that says the internet never forgets? The internet never forgets. So when it goes on there without you having this conversation, it's gone. It's gone. Now you're going to be doing what we call crisis management. So this is time you need to do that. When you find something dangerous, this is what you need. This is one of the moments your reaction can either protect your child or make the situation harder. Imagine you discover that someone has been sending inappropriate messages. Your first emotion may be angry, but your first action should be protection. Should be protection. Stop the interaction. Preserve useful information such as username, date, profile details, and relevant messages. Do not start forwarding sensitive. Do not start forwarding sensitive materials around the family because you want everybody to see what happened, though. Especially if sexual images involving a minor are involved. Do not casually copy or circulate them, then block further contact. No. Use the platform reporting process. Secure the account. Change passwords when necessary. Check whether other accounts have been compromised rather, then you need to talk. Okay? Ask the child to explain from the beginning. You are trying to reconstruct what happened, not conduct a courtroom kind of interrogation. You understand? So you can block. On WhatsApp, when you block a contact, WhatsApp is going to ask you, do we delete all the other 5 messages and all of that? And all of those. You can block. Protect first. Protect first. Parents, don't be angry. Don't let your emotions protect first. Understand second. Discipline does not come before safety. Lastly, this is a 20-minute safe screen. And I do not want you leaving here saying that was a very interesting session. Interesting to me, to you, is not enough. When okay, you are at home now. I want you to spend 20 focused minutes with your child. No, you are not shouting. 20 minutes checking. So why are you checking? Start with the account. Confirm the ages. Turn on supervision where appropriate. Review friends and followers. Check location sharing. Look at unfamiliar groups is on the screen. Secure the password. Turn on two-step verification. Look at what happens at night. And then what do? Talk. You see, the conversation is part of the lockdown. You can say, see, we are going through these settings because I want you to enjoy technology. What did I say? We are going through these settings because I want you to enjoy technology without somebody taking advantage of you. You see, I'm giving you some psychological statements you can actually have with your child. You see, that statement I just made communicate protection rather than suspicion. And remember, this is not a one-time exercise. Children change. So others on the my child does not lie. Children change. Applications change. settings change. New friends appear. New platform appear. So, save screen, you are shouting save screen should become a family routine. That's why we named it. It's named Save Screen Guardians. So guardians can be parents, biological parents. Guardian can be elder brother. Guardian can be elder sister. Guardian can be teachers. Guardian can be principal. Save Screen Guardians. Okay, that is why it named Save Screen Guardians. Maybe once every month, you have a short digital checkup. Okay, not because your child is guilty, but because digital environment constantly change. Now, I want you to take out your phone. Okay, do what I just said. This is still going to be on the screen while Mrs. Augusta gives us a closing remark, and have that with your children or your child, your children. And next week when we meet, don't forget, it's still 5 p.m. here. We'll now go about in the next 5 minutes. Remember, I said we have what we call prayer knowledge. So we'll have the prayer knowledge. And if you have not shared this, I don't know why. So share it. And thank you. I hope you learned something today. My name is Samuel Tom, and I am still your teacher. Hello, Ma. Welcome back.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. Thank you, dear guardians. Thank you for being here. Thank you for understanding that this conversation is very important. Thank you for those of you that stayed to the end. We would circulate this assignment. Because you were here, you will understand the assignment. So we'll drop it on the community so that you don't need to screenshot, because sometimes, it may be very tiny, so that you not strain your eyes. So it's digital safety is not about catching your child, doing something wrong. No, it's about, helping your child know what to do when something goes wrong, and making your child understand the culture in the online world. And that is, if they grow with that, they will transfer it to the next generation, and like that. So, like I said, the knowledge is not for you alone. Pass it on, because if you end up, building safety around your own, that one with unfiltered access will also corrupt yours. So it is a teamwork. We are building a community. I challenge you. I charge you. We've dropped it already on the community WhatsApp. So please, you understand it. If there are questions, we'll give a 1 hour open window in the chat room for you to, we are civil. You can see that we don't want to bombard the WhatsApp group with a lot of, unfiltered messages here and there. That is why we try to, because it's a learning environment, we don't want to pollute your knowledge. So we'll give it 1 hour effective immediately. You can open it. We'll give you a 1 hour chat room for you to ask your questions. Don't worry. For those of you, we are taking screen records, taking notes. Those of you that have been very consistent, we can have an extended, lesson for you if you want to monetize this, because we want to see a community. We want to see people that would actually go to institutions, organizations, schools, and engage the PTAs, help them get this working. Because yes, like I said, nations of the world leaders are making rules. We need to also start from our own corners, set these rules within our families, within our younger generation, within our teenagers, within our families. So thank you for coming. See you next Sunday. Thank you so much. Please do your assignment for this Sunday. Next Sunday will be very promising. We will be talking about more than just this phone, a whole lot of other things that will help you build safety, not only for your child, for the future generation, because safeguard one child, you're saving the future of countless children. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next Sunday.
Together, we're equipping adults to guide, protect, and empower the next generation in today's digital world. Welcome aboard.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.
Welcome to Safe Screen Guardians. Together, we're equipping adults to guide, protect, and empower the next generation in today's digital world. Welcome aboard.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children.
You will discover that our children are growing in a world that is far more complex than the one we knew. Get rich quick pressure, identity confusion, digital overload, ritual tendencies, broken values, and even drug abuse. Too many children are growing up without the right tools to survive the 21st century. We can't fix the future by shouting children of nowadays. The painful truth is, adults missed it along the way. Parents, guardians, systems, communities. But this is not a time to blame. It's a time to fix it together. You fix the future by training the people who train the children. I'm talking about parents, guardians, caregiver, teachers, community leaders, and even mentors. And that is why Train the Trainers Summit exists. An intervention whose time is now. We are raising children with values, emotional intelligence, purpose, and of course, resilience. This is real nation building. This is how we secure the next generation. Join the movement, support the cause. Train the Trainers Summit is an amazing initiative, and of course, it has come to stay. But this is not a job of one person or an organization alone. It's a job for all of us. We are calling for support from everyone, government, individuals, everyone. Let us come together and build a better future. For support and donations, you can visit our website at www.tdicfoundation.org. Support us today and let's build a future together. Every child is your child.
The Duke's Infant and Child Foundation, advocating for children's brighter future.